Hi guys, welcome to Sunday Scaries with Charity Kristen. This is my first episode, so I'm a little nervous. This is the come down, the debrief. This is just what Sunday Scaries is to me. Sunday Scaries isn't always your typical blackout Saturday night, come home Sunday morning, what did I do last night? Who did I wake up with? Yes, we've all been through that before. Shit happens. We're in our 20s, but it's just also day-to-day life. I feel like I get scaries all the time. I'm on Zoloft. Everything scares me. So, but yeah, there's a bunch of different things that give me the scaries, going to the grocery store. I don't know about y'all, but Trader Joe's is scary at 4 p.m. Between all the children in there, all the grocery carts in there, and then the people that will not move out of your way, whether or not you say excuse me or not and try to be nice, they are just there. That scares me. Answering a phone call, that scares me because I'm the person on the other line is thinking about how annoying my voice is. This is giving me the scaries. Y'all are thinking about how annoying my voice is. I'm thinking about how annoying my voice is. It's just all of these thoughts that come up in my head. So again, the scaries are not just your typical blackout, what did I do? The scaries are just everyday life, in my opinion. And then going from graduating college, having a super inconsistent schedule, and then going to the 9-to-5 life. That is a transition, and that's scary. Hence, Sunday Scaries. That shit scares me to this day. I've had my job for over a year now, and I still get scared every single day when I log into a Zoom call and I'm the first one on that call because I'm nobody else is going to show up. They don't want to talk to me. I'm getting fired. All of these random thoughts just pop up into my head. And you know what? You just kind of have to deal with it and roll with it. And everything is going to be okay, is what I'm trying to say here, I guess. We all go through scaries. And yeah, going to the gas station is scary, especially as a woman in Nashville, in East Nashville specifically, or Antioch at night when it's dark, no sun, no other people, no other women, just a group of men just standing out there. That's scary. First dates, cuffing season. We are getting very close to cuffing season, y'all. And yes, that's scaring me because this is the Super Bowl of dating. Summertime, August, September, it's kind of I don't know, I guess the playoffs. And then you have the finals. And then you have your Super Bowl. And I've failed every single cuffing season. So I'm expecting nothing different this year. I'm kind of hoping and praying for something different, but I don't know, y'all. I live in Nashville, so the dating pool here has pee in it. So I really don't know. Between getting on Hinge and all you see are Fort Campbell soldiers and a bunch of men that aren't from Nashville that are just visiting for the weekend that are probably cheating on their fiancés, it's just not looking really good for us out here, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Can you tell a lot of things scare me? I'm a very anxious person. Today, I went into the T-Mobile store to upgrade my phone, and I went during my lunch break, and I was in there for 2 hours. For some odd reason, I thought that this was gonna be a seamless process that takes maybe 30 minutes. No. It literally took 2 hours. I'm in the store anxiously looking at the time. I can't even look at my new phone. I can't look at the old phone because all this shit's transferring, doing all this stuff at the same time. Nothing's working. And I'm just here I need to get back to work. I'm they're probably texting me, asking me where I'm at, wondering what's going on. And of course, I was overthinking it because I did tell them I was going to the T-Mobile store. And everybody except for me seemed to know that it's going to take a minute to upgrade your phone. And then just life in general. I get worried a lot. Everything scares me, and that's probably not a good thing, but I guess what I'm trying to say here is it's going to be okay. I'm here to come for you guys. We're just combating all the scaries. I got the Sunday scaries. I've got the Monday misery. I've got the Tuesday troubles. I've got the Wednesday worries. I've got the Thursday, I don't know. Did I say troubles already? I don't even know. See, this is my problem. And then I've got the Friday somebody think of a good acronym or whatever for that. I don't care. But you get what I'm trying to say here. Like, this shit happens on a day-to-day basis, and I'm here. Like, we're all here. We're just trying to find the comfort in the chaos of our 20s. Shout out John Summit. But, yeah, like, it's just balance. Like, I'm at a weird point in my life right now. I'm in a weird in-between state of I need to get my shit together. I'm getting older, but I'm also like, I'm young and I'm turned. Like, I need to have fun, blah, blah, blah. And it's like everybody in their 20s is at such a different pace of life right now. And I think that's why it's so confusing for all of us. Like, I have friends who are married with kids, and then friends that are in like serious relationships, like moved in with each other. And then there's people like me who are just very single, going to raves, having fun, and just like going out to the bars every Thursday. Like, we're just all at different places in life. And I think this is just a really confusing age. So, I'm just here to kind of comfort not even just you, but also myself, just to kind of get all this shit off my chest. And yeah, like, that was, again, super random, chaotic rant, but that's just what Sunday Scaries is going to be. So, yeah. Okay. I gotta think for my next thought here. Yapping is hard. Okay. Are we still rolling? Awesome. So, I also believe that your 20s, you need to prioritize health and wellness along with having fun. So, when people think of me, a lot of people tell me that I'm very crazy, kind of giving like the feral, but also the wellness, because I go to the gym, I go to Pilates, I go to yoga, I preach all the health and wellness things. So I just feel like you need to find that good balance. I'm literally sitting in this chair drinking White Claw out of a mug. What does that tell you about me? So just take what you want out of that. But I just truly believe that, like, your 20s are just meant for figuring out who you are, what you want out of this life. You don't have to live a certain way just because your friends are doing something or just because your parents want you to do something a certain way. I truly believe that your 20s are just for you. Like, and that's kind of where I'm finally getting, like, in my life. Like, yes, I have your typical 9 to 5. Like, I went to college. I got the degree. I don't have kids. I didn't get married. I didn't do any of the stuff. I followed the traditional path. I truly feel like. But then you kind of hit a roadblock after all of that, because it's like, then what? Like, you graduate college, you get your job, you have your degree. It's like, now I have to get married and have kids? Like, no. You don't have to do that. And I just feel like our generation is really proving, like, or changing the societal norms that our parents taught us, which I think is great. Like, I'm at a point in my life right now where I just kind of want to travel. I want to create. I want to figure out who I am, because I think now the 20s is where you really figure out who you are as a person. And honestly, like, I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash for this, but I feel like, for me at least, like, just speaking for myself, bringing another life, like, right now would be selfish, because I'm like, I don't know who I am. Like, how am I supposed to teach somebody else how to live life if I don't know how to live life myself right now? There's so many lessons that I'm learning right now. Like, I've been through such bad situations in college. Like, I had a bad roommate situation, and then it's like managing money and just doing all this, doing all that. Like, I have a job now, and it's just, there's just a million things happening at once. And I just kind of feel like you just need to figure your shit out before you start planning things like that. Like, yes, I'm dating. It sucks because, again, I live in Nashville, but I'm not rushing anything per se. But whoever comes along, like, if we vibe, we vibe. That's the vibe that I'm on right now. Like, my life right now is literally just vibes. Like, And that sounds kind of childish now that I'm saying it out loud, but that's how I can describe it. But it's, yeah, literally just the chaos of your 20s and just all of these random thoughts just that are in your head. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to this just because none of us truly know what we're doing. Like, I look at my parents, they don't even know what they're doing. And, and I'm like, my parents are like 3 times my age. My parents are old. So them not knowing what they're doing makes me feel a little bit better about where I am in this life right now. I'm not even going to lie to you. Because, again, we're just all here just trying to figure this life shit out. It's different for everybody. Everybody's gone through different trials and tribulations and struggles, all of that. But you know what? We're just here. So, yeah, just kind of yapping at this point. But I need to sip some of this White Claw. My throat's getting dry, y'all. Okay, good. But that's what Sunday Scaries truly means to me. Like, just the chaos of just your early 20s, mid-20s, just life in general. Like, you don't even have to be in your 20s to just kind of enjoy this podcast. I feel like at some point in life, everybody will relate to something that I say here. Like, for example, first dates. First dates. Oh my God, y'all. I could literally do an entire episode on this. Bad. And I've had some good ones too. I'm not even going to lie. But most of them have been pretty shitty because, again, sorry, no hate to Nashville, but the dating scene here sucks. It's so bad. It is so bad, y'all. Like, I kind of want to just tell you guys a story right now about one of my first dates. So I matched with this guy on Bumble my junior year of college. And I think he was a sophomore. I went to MTSU, and he was going to school in Bowling Green, whatever school was out there in Bowling Green. I don't know. But he came from Bowling Green. He was so adamant, y'all, about going on a date. So I was like, okay, cool, blah, 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 like, we can do it. So he drives down from Bowling Green, Kentucky on a Friday night. We go to Topgolf. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, totally. Like, I'm down for Topgolf. He shows up. I got catfished so bad, y'all. Like, this man showed up. He looked like a Pokemon. Bright red, fiery hair. Like, he looked nothing like his pictures. And no hate to the redheads. But he wasn't even redhead. He was literally bright, fiery red. Like, he was very much giving Pokemon. So I'm just like, whatever, I'm not going to be shallow. Like, we were vibing when we were texting, so maybe we'll vibe on the date. So we go on the date, we go to Topgolf. We get to Topgolf. It's a double date with my ex-roommate and the guy that she's talking to at the time. And then we get there. I grab a drink to just kind of loosen up, whatever. And, of course, I pay for my own drink because I bought a drink before we started playing the game. And, like, yeah. And so we go to play the Topgolf game, and it just got so awkward at this point. Like, I was literally just praying for the date to end. Like, I wish I could describe how I felt in that moment, but there's no words to describe this, y'all. Like, it was that bad. So we're playing Topgolf. I'm waiting for the game to end. And usually, like, how it goes, like, on a first date, like, usually when a guy is, like, trying to court you or whatever, like, he'll pay for the date, blah, blah, blah. Or, like, we'll go Dutch. Like, and I have no problem with doing that. But I ended up paying for the entire Topgolf date. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. At least we got to play Topgolf. It was cool or whatever. We leave Topgolf, and I'm starving. He doesn't want to go to a restaurant and, like, get food or whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, I drove us, by the way, also. Because I'm like, he doesn't know the city of Nashville. So I was like, you know what? It's okay. Like, I'll drive. And he wanted me to drive. So I drove. And so we go to Wendy's on my way home. I will never forget this, y'all. Like, I really wish I could get this out of my brain, but I can't. We pull up to the Wendy's drive-thru. I ordered my food. and he orders his food. He hands me his card when I get up to the window. He's like, it's okay, I got it. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And then his card declines at the Wendy's drive-thru. And I'm like, I'm the type of person, I cannot hide my facial expression, so I just kind of have to like turn away towards like the Wendy's worker in the drive-thru. And she's looking at me and I'm looking at her, and it's like 10 times more awkward. It was just so bad. So then I ended up paying for our Wendy's. We go back to my apartment. My roommate is with the guy that like she went on the date with at his house. And I'm here trying to like nicely get this man out of my apartment. But for some odd reason, he wants to stay. I was like, I didn't think the date was going that well. Like, he was not getting what I was putting down. I was like, oh yeah, like I have to be up really early in the morning. Like I'm going to get ready to go to bed, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, he was not, I don't know, maybe he just couldn't read the room, but he was not ready to go back to Bowling Green. And so, and then it was just a whole mess. And then he logs into Spotify on my TV and starts playing Big Time Rush. And I like Big Time Rush, don't get me wrong, but it's just after that date, when I just wasn't in the mood to hear Big Time Rush. When I got home, I was very much ready to take a shower and go to bed alone. And this man will not leave my house, and he's just playing Big Time Rush on my living room TV, logged into his whole Spotify account, logged me out of my Spotify account on my own TV, just so he could pull up his Big Time Rush playlist. It just was not good. And then he stayed. He didn't stay the night. I eventually kicked him out. This is so bad. My dad called me in the middle of the night. I was like, thank God. So I'm in the bathroom and I'm like, he probably doesn't even remember this, but I'm like, Dad, tell me that you're like coming really early in the morning, blah, blah, blah. Like I'm trying to get out of a situation. And so he does it. And then he finally leaves at like 1:30 in the morning. And I'm not going to lie, I felt bad for making him drive back to Bowling Green at 1:30 in the morning. But I'm also like, dude, you had the chance to drive back to Bowling Green at like 10 o'clock at night. You didn't want to leave. And that's on you. So if you're wondering how my dating life is going right now, that is it. That's a good deception. Is deception even the right word for this? I don't even know. But just the right adjective, I guess. I don't know. Words are hard, you guys. But Perception. It's the right perception. But that's basically how we're doing here right now. Any guy that I vibe with doesn't live in Nashville. Like right now, I am talking to a guy. He literally lives in New York. That's not near here, so that's not really going to do anything for me. So we'll see if I can get New York man to move down here to Nashville if things work out. But I don't really have high hopes. I hope he doesn't listen to this because that's so bad. But yeah, it's just a little shit show here, you guys. And that is what your 20s are. And that's what I'm realizing here. I just kind of shrug and move on to the next thing. Everybody tells me that your 30s are better. So, you know what? I have very high hopes for my 30s because I've been through the trenches in my 20s. I'm only just about to turn 25, so I'm not almost done. So, just pray. We're just going to pray for each other, y'all, I guess. But we're here. Like, this is the debrief. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But now I'll kind of go into what it's like to graduate college and then transition from that to the 9-to-5 life. Scary, to say the least. That's probably like top. That's at the top of my list of scaries right there. Just because in college, like, you're just so used to doing whatever, having fun, fucking around. But then when you transition to, like, a 9-to-5 job, like, you have to go there Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. Or if you're like me, 8 to 4, which is even worse because I have to be there earlier. But you just kind of go from having this very discombobulated schedule, like, you'll have class at like, let's say 9 a.m. and then you have a little break so you can go to your little food court at school or like the pod or whatever and grab snacks and just chill with your friends. And you have class again at like 1:30. I keep burping. I'm sorry, y'all. It's the White Claw. But then after that, you go back to class again and then you're done for the day. And then you just hit your little college bar by your apartment, walk there, walk back to your dorm. Like, I really took my college years, I really, like, took them for granted, just because I feel like I didn't really truly get the college experience, and now that I'm getting older and I have the freedom that I had in college, I'm really kind of taking advantage of it now, and so that's where that, like, weird in-between state comes in, because it's like I need to get my shit together, blah, blah, blah. I'm getting older, but it's also just like, I'm not 30 yet. I don't have kids. I don't have a husband. Like, I'm young. I'm turned. I'm having fun. So it's just, I really just wish I knew how to describe this. But other than, like, it's just a very weird spot. And again, I feel like a lot of us are in that same boat, just with life in general. Like, we're trying to prioritize health and wellness, and it's like everything gives you cancer nowadays. So, like, I feel like I can't eat anything from the grocery store. So it's just like you overthink literally every single little thing. And this might just be a me thing. I don't know. But everything makes me nervous, like I said. So I have literal life anxiety, health anxiety, social anxiety, all the anxieties. Like, I'm just yapping right now because I'm a little anxious. So, and that's just how I just ride the waves through this little thing that I call life right now. But I just feel like this will be kind of a relatable mess to just kind of get you through your week and just get you through life in general. Like, yes, there's going to be some episodes where I black out with Gage, and the next morning I have severe anxiety, and I'm just kind of going through the motions of that. But just like maybe a Friday night, I'll just be anxious off of the work week and just fighting those scaries as well. Or like maybe I'll go to the grocery store on a Wednesday and I'll get scaries from that. Like, it's just such an everyday thing, I feel like. When most people think of Sunday Scaries, they think of like, oh, I need to get ready for the work week. Like, tomorrow's Monday, blah, blah, blah. Like, what did I do this weekend? Blah, blah, blah. But I'm also just like, what did I do this week? Like, I'm like, ugh. Y'all, I had a conference for work this past weekend. I worked 60-something hours, very sleep deprived, caffeine deprived. I literally go up to the owner of our company, his wife. I'm asking her for like a megaphone, and I'm trying to, let me put my little mug down so I can kind of describe what I did. So I'm asking her for a megaphone, and a megaphone is like, you know, like this type thing. Me being me, of course I had to fuck that up. I go up to her, I'm asking her for the megaphone because everybody's at the bar. I'm trying to get them to go to the bus. We can go to the barn to have dinner, blah, blah, blah. I go up to her and I'm like, hey, where's the little thing that's like this? And she's like, and I'm like, she's like, don't. She's like, yeah, don't. And then, of course, she and her friends start dying laughing. And I'm just here like, oh my gosh, the anxiety I just got from that. I'm just like, that's not what I meant to do. It was very much giving not what I wanted to give. And it's just like the owner of our company. I literally did not even my boss, but like boss's 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 boss. Right in front of her. And I'm just like, oh wow, I need to clock out and go to sleep. And I've been thinking about that ever since that happened. That happened Saturday night, y'all. What's today? Is it Tuesday? Wednesday? Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. And that has not left my mind because I've just been overthinking it. And I'm just like, the next time I see her, I'm just going to be like, I'm so sorry. I almost don't want to apologize because I don't want her to remember it. Because she probably forgot. I'm just me and I didn't. But it's the fact that like her and her friends start dying laughing and I'm just here like, why? I would be the one to do that. Just make things awkward. That's me. Yeah. And there's probably going to be a few moments on this podcast where I make things awkward because I'm just yapping and I get nervous. And then things like that happen. So, yeah. But I guess what I'm trying to say here is, I guess now is the time to make your mistakes. At least I'm not 35 doing this. That would be a lot more embarrassing. But you know what? You live and you learn, and everybody that I talk to that's like in their 30s, 40s, and beyond went through the same things that we're going through. And today I actually had somebody tell me that a lot of us in our 20s are just kind of stressing out over our lives for no reason. And just like everything's going to be okay. And I find that hard to believe in this very moment, but I know that everything's going to be okay. It's just me overthinking, me on Zoloft. I'm very anxious, and the pill goes into my body every night, and it's like, where do I start? So I don't know, maybe I just need to up my dosage or something. I don't know, I don't know. But everything's going to be okay. And we're here. We're all going to the same thing together. This is just wow, can't speak words hard. A gigantic debrief. But yeah, we're just all going through our little day-to-day struggles. And again, everything's going to be okay. Also, y'all, mid-20s are coming up dead center. I turned 25 2 weeks from today. Am I nervous? Yes. Am I excited? Yes, I'm a Leo. So, of course, I'm excited for my birthday. I feel like I'll be excited for my birthday on my deathbed. But, yeah, I am so excited to continue this podcast. I'm going to do a little birthday recap. I'm doing a little Barstool birthday bash. So I'm going to have all my friends come to Barstool Nashville with me. We're going to get a little section. I'll vlog that, and I'll include clips of that in this, and I'll do a little recap of that. And then the following week, we're going to go to Puerto Rico, and I'm so excited for that. Oh my gosh. I feel like this will just elevate my perception on life. I feel like that's a little dramatic, but just partying in Puerto Rico is just kind of what I need right now. Like, partying in Nashville is just, it's cool, but I've just been doing that way too often. I need to party somewhere else. Like, I need to party with the Puerto Ricans. Like, I need to find me a Puerto Rican man out there. Like, that sounds so bad. But no, it's going to be a lot of fun. Please get ready for this next episode because I will be doing an entire recap here. I'll include some little vlog clips. I'll be vlogging the entire trip from start to finish, from the pregame at the bar to the pregame at the airport, because I am the type of person, I cannot get on an airplane without drinking. And that sounds very alcoholic. One of those three words. I'm drinking a White Claw out of a mug, y'all. You can't expect too much from me right now. But that's what that's giving. But I promise it's just my birthday and I'm simply going up. So I will be in the airport drinking mimosas at 3 a.m. I don't care. I'll take a shot immediately after before I get on the plane. I'll probably drink on the plane and then fall asleep. Wake up, go get on my next plane, take another shot, and then sleep for the remainder of that flight. And then go to the little bar in Puerto Rico while I wait for my roommate to land because she's on a different flight than me because she didn't want to listen to me when I told her to book her flight. But nonetheless, I'm super excited for the pod. I'm super excited for this birthday recap. All of the things. What? All of the things. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have some special guests on here. I'm going to be answering some questions on live. I'm going to be giving some advice. I don't know if that's the greatest thing, but I'm going to do it because I don't know how to take my own. I feel like I give pretty good advice, actually. I just don't take my own advice. I don't listen to the inner voice inside my head. One day, I'm turning 25, y'all. So the frontal lobe is going to develop soon enough. And when it does, I'll then listen to the voice inside of my head. But for now, I'm having fun. I'm giving feral wellness. And that's what you guys are going to see a lot of on this pod. And I'm really excited. So just get ready, because I'm not even ready. So you're definitely not ready, but it's going to be a whole lot of fun. But yeah, I'll see you next time on Sunday Scaries with Charity Kristen.